ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤੋਂ ਕੁਝ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਦੇਸ਼ ਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਲੈ ਲਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤੇ ਬਾਅਦ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਪੂਰਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਹੱਕ ਮਾਰ ਲਏ ਜਾਂਦੇ। ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਹੱਕਾਂ ਬਾਰੇ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ रेजोल्यूशन लेके आए हैं।
पूरे हरियाणा की जनता जब तक साथ है, जब तक हमारी मजबूती हम बताते रहेंगे, दिखाते रहेंगे, कहीं कोई कुछ बिगड़ने वाला नहीं है। चंडीगढ़ हरियाणा की राजधानी थी, है और रहेगी।
Both the states of Punjab and Haryana claim the Union Territory of Chandigarh as their capital. But this isn't a new fight. In fact, it dates back to 1966. Chandigarh is in the midst of a red-hot debate after the centre passed a notification enforcing the centre service rules rather than the Punjab service rules. What this means is that effectively about 16,000 odd Union Territory employees will get the benefits of central government employees. This means an increase in retirement age, in childcare leave, children education allowance and other benefits. But Punjab MLA Sukhpal Singh Khera has slammed this decision by the centre and has called it a dictatorial move. So why exactly is there so much furor now? Let's take a look at Chandigarh's history and its life as the capital of two states. Chandigarh wasn't always the city that we see now. It was actually meant to replace Lahore, which was the capital of erstwhile Punjab. At the time of independence, the government acquired 22 villages in Kharar and then made a new city of Chandigarh. This was on March 28, 1948. In 1947, a year ago, Shimla was Punjab's capital. But in 1953, Chandigarh was named and inaugurated by President Rajendra Prasad, and it officially took over from Shimla as Punjab's capital. So from 1953 all the way to 1966, Chandigarh remained the capital of Punjab. And then in 1966, Haryana was carved out of Punjab. Both states, Punjab and Haryana, claimed Chandigarh was their capital. And that's when the centre stepped in. The centre decided to make Chandigarh into a union territory. As per the Punjab Reorganisation Act of 1966, Chandigarh was to be governed by the centre and the assets were to be divided in a 60:40 ratio in favour of Punjab. Then in 1970, the Indira Gandhi government said that Chandigarh would be the capital of Punjab and that a different city would be named the capital of Haryana. The option of actually cutting the Union Territory, of cutting Chandigarh into two, was explored, but it was later dropped as it was considered not to be feasible. Haryana was given a grant of 10 crore rupees and a loan to build a new capital. Now in 1985, under the Rajiv Longowal Accord, Chandigarh was to be officially handed over to Punjab. This was on January 26, 1986, which is when it was supposed to be handed over. A month after the signing of this accord, Longowal was assassinated and the Rajiv Gandhi government then withdrew it. Punjab since has made successive claims over Chandigarh. A resolution was passed by Acharya Prithvi Singh Azad in 1967 and another by Chaudhry Balbir Singh. This was in January 1970. One resolution was passed for Chandigarh under the Parkash Singh Badal government also in 1978. Then again in October 1985, you had Baldev Singh Mann moving a similar proposal. It's a similar story in Haryana. Haryana has also been claiming its power over Chandigarh, much like Punjab. Manohar Lal Khattar, who is the current Chief Minister of Haryana, in a special assembly session passed a resolution staking claim on Chandigarh and even asked the centre not to take any steps that would disturb the existing balance between the two states. So Haryana is okay sharing with Punjab, but they're saying don't take Chandigarh away from us. Now, after the Punjab Assembly, after the Haryana Assembly, the Chandigarh Municipal Corporation has called for a special house meeting. This is on April 7th, with an eye on passing a resolution that Chandigarh should continue as a union territory and that it should have its own Vidhan Sabha. Even Himachal Pradesh now has chimed in. They're seeking a stake of 7.9%.
हिमाचल प्रदेश का 7.19 जो % हिस्सा है वो उसमें मिलना चाहिए, ये तो सबकी मांग है।
As Bhagwat Mann, the Chief Minister of Punjab, and Manohar Lal Khattar, the Chief Minister of Haryana's resolutions are now reigniting the legacy issues over Chandigarh, the fate of this union territory, Chandigarh, remains undecided.
For more informative videos like this, keep watching India Today Newsmo.